Hey guys, it's Eliteopsairsoft here, and today I'm going to give you a breakdown on how I played this round of airsoft. It's a full auto round, and there was a lot of strategy as in how to get towards the enemy base in this round. So I decided to give you this. Obviously I'm not the best player, but if you're the worst player, here's how you can improve. Let's get right in the video. Alright, here comes the countdown, and I choose to rush right. To see if there's any quick kills I can pick off before I actually decide to move up. I see an enemy running across here, take a couple shots at him, didn't hit him. Guy behind me shoots a couple shots, scares the heck out of me right here, and yeah. So he's kind of taking shots at me, I can't tell from where. I realize now that he was actually under that barricade, so I decided to put my gun down and try to take a grenade throw at him. I take the chuck. It should have hit him where I thought he was. Either he didn't call it or it didn't hit him. I'm not quite sure. I decided to go back around this way and move up to see if I can get an angle on him so I can get him from behind. Moving up with my teammates here. I decided to get into the barricades here just so that I'm not very vulnerable. I peek through here to see if there's any enemies directly in front, but there are not, so I just keep moving. Friendly's moving up with me. It's a good sign. That means that there's no enemies over here. So I slowly keep my push, checking small vantage points here and there to see if there's any enemies directly in front. I try to check right to see if I can see my enemy, but I do not. So I check in this little box here to see if there's any enemies. I don't see any, so I decide to move up a little bit here, slowly and methodically. There's a guy in there, and he shoots me, so I go back to the respawn. Back in the game, and I see my enemy, my friendly over here, getting shot, and I see an enemy behind there. I can't tell if he's an enemy or not because he's so close, and he's not shooting at us. He starts shooting at us here, and I don't know if he thinks that we're rushing or anything, but I guess he's not friendly, so I take a couple shots at him, take him out, and move up. So after I knock this guy out, I take slow peeks around. I peek through this little hole here to see if there are enemies over there. The one that shot me from before, trying to see if he's still there. I reckon that the guy that I just shot was him. And about right here, I get shot in the back of the head. I get sprayed in the back of the head by a friendly. Kind of makes me angry, but back. I'm a little angry now, so I get up here, spray a couple shots, once again because I'm angry. Taking quick pops at this guy. He's right over there taking shots at me too. Hits me, so back to the respawn. This is a perfect example that you can't be super angry and impulsive. You still have to be strategic. So I take a couple shots here once again because I'm angry. There's a couple guys in there that I spray out. And I keep moving up. Try to see if there's a guy in this jailhouse. There's not, so keep pushing. Once again, I'm very angry right here, so I'm being very impulsive, and this is not what you want to do. This aggressive push, it's good sometimes, but you still gotta be careful, you know? There's a guy in here spraying in on my teammate and I, so we're trying to just get a good angle to see if we can get him, but he can't get the same angle on us, because if he could see us, we could see him. So he can't shoot us, so I'm going to take a quick sprint to the side here, see if I can get a great angle on him. So here we're kind of just sitting there trying to see if we can get him. My friendly right here actually isn't shooting anything. Here comes Polar Star to save the day. Looks like he didn't get him, so still taking shots. Friendly over here starts blind firing. Can't blind fire. It's no good. That's against the rules because there could be someone right in front of you and you could be spraying right into their helmet. And that's not what anyone wants, really. So we just keep taking shots over here. I decided to go out the left side here to see if I can get an angle on him, but I guess he sees me. So he keeps shooting back. The thing is here is he knows directly where we are, but we don't know directly where he is, you know? So we're just trying to get angles on him, you know? I close that to see if I can be safe trying to peek out of here. I get hit here in the helmet, so gotta go back to the respawn. So in this instance, since he swept us out of there, we gotta kind of push up fast so that we can keep him from covering as much ground as possible. Luckily, our teammate right here is keeping him at bay. So I decided to go around back this way to see if I can get an angle on him, going down mid. Mid is very useful in this because you can't really see where others are, but that means the others can't see you. And you can kind of poke out and they don't know where you are necessarily. So it's a very good tactic actually, as long as there's no ghosts up top. What we do at our airsoft field, it's called ghosting, and there's refs that sit up on the catwalk and shoot players to see if they're cheating or not. So sometimes they decide to have fun with it and mess up someone that's actually trying to play the game. Makes me a little mad, but it's also hilarious at the same time, and not hilarious. It actually gives me very mixed emotions because when I actually get the guts up to make a rush, that's when they decide to ghost me. So, if you can see right here, I'm trying to get an angle to see him, but I guess he's behind that barricade, and this guy shoots me in the foot in a second here. They're kind of just watching me having fun. I take this rush, but I cannot find the guy, and he shoots me. So, it makes me kind of angry, as you can see. So back to the respawn. I begin to wonder if these guys laugh whenever they hear me hit the wall to respawn, because they're like, ha, he's gonna come back because he's angry. Anyway, I keep pushing the same way I did, except for much quicker because I know there's no one there. He's shooting around, and I get shot in the back by a friendly. I decide that since my friendlies are mostly on the left side, I try to rush right so that they won't friendly fire me. Got a friendly right here that I want to keep moving so I can keep moving. I decide to push ahead of him. That kind of gets me shot up, and I get hit. So back to the respawn. The thing that you gotta understand about speedsoft sometimes is you have to be aggressive, or else you can't do anything. Because if you're not playing aggressive, the enemy team is gonna play aggressive, and you won't get anything. Anyway, I keep rushing back this way to try and get the further ground than my enemies here. I get hit here because they had a perfect peek point at that window on me that I did not see. I decide to push mid again since I'm kind of pinned down on both the right and the left. Since there's no enemies in middle, I hope that I can get by. I'm taking a slow methodical push now to see if there's enemies, and my friendly just got hit, so I imagine there's an enemy around, but there's not. He probably just took a rush and was walking back that way. So I'm sitting here and just waiting to get a nice peek on them. Looking at the ghosters because, once again, I'm a little mad at them. But there's no one coming out of their respawn, and I'm not allowed to shoot into their respawn. So this makes me just a little bit angry. And Ghoster shoots me in the foot. One thing you gotta understand in speedsoft is that speed and sprinting are your best friend. The best way to not get hit is to keep moving. So I keep moving. That's exactly what I do. Taking shots here and there. And I decide to make a sweep push. Hopefully there's some enemies there for me to shoot. I kind of messed up that guy. Felt a little bad. He pokes out of his respawn and shoots me. Game ends here. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out, dude.